Today we're looking at a filter system that addresses many of the painful things about using a filter system. This is the Revoring Swift system by HNY, and they seem to have figured out the solution to using filters between lenses of different thread sizes, and a solution to the incredibly time-consuming process of attaching and detaching filters. So here's how it works. You first attach a magnetic adapter ring onto your lens, following which you will be able to magnetically attach filters and accessories right onto your lens. And the first key to the puzzle lies right here in the base of the system, the ring that attaches onto your lens. Now, this is the Revoring itself. Instead of having a fixed filter thread size, the Revoring uses a range of thread sizes it accommodates. That is a much better alternative to having to bother with step-up rings, which I'm sure everybody loves using. The most commonly used size range for me is this 58 to 77mm ring. It fits most of the lenses I shoot on. Now, the way it's able to fit itself into a range of thread sizes is look how the inner ring contracts when I rotate the Revoring. The edge of that shrinking ring is this protruding lip that fits inside your lens's filter threads, and it holds itself in place by pushing outwards against your lens. The spring is pretty stiff, you do have to fight it with quite a bit of force, so it's actually a very firm connection. So once the Revoring is on your lens, there's now this magnetic ring that you can stick filters on. Some filters, like this variable ND filter, can be stuck right onto the Revoring. For some circular drop-in filters, you can magnetically attach a drop-in adapter, then insert that drop-in filter. You can sandwich these filters between your lens and accessories such as the matte box, which also attaches magnetically. One thing to note though is there are two compatibility standards for these magnetic accessories. There is what I like to call the flat type, which can stick directly onto the Revoring, and then there's the accessory standard, which has two bumps that interlock with each other. So if, say, you wanted to attach just a matte box directly onto the Revoring, you would need to use one of the magnetic adapter rings in the system to bridge that gap. That being said, operating the system is an absolute dream. You attach filters by sticking them on, then remove them by literally yanking them out. Throughout the entire process, you do not have to screw anything in onto your lens. It's made the process of changing filters incredibly fast, and the magnets are actually very strong. I was quite concerned at first that my filters might tumble off during operation, but after using it for a bit, it is reassuringly robust. Also, HNY is first and foremost a filter manufacturer, so a shortage of filters available in the system isn't really something to worry about here. You've got your fair share of technical filters like the NDs and circular polarizers, and then there's also quite a selection of effects filters. Here I was sent the quarter black mist filter, short cross filter, and also a blue streak filter, which admittedly does look incredibly cool. There is also the matte box, which isn't a filter, but is a very lightweight matte box. It weighs only 121 grams with the top flank, which itself is also removable. But if there was one caveat about this system, it would be the way some accessories have a tendency to spin about since they're being attached using a circular magnet. It could be particularly frustrating if you're trying to, say, change the density on your variable ND and the whole thing ends up spinning around, but I would say the tremendous amount of convenience offered by the entire system is more than enough to offset this minor inconvenience. So this has been the Revoring Swift by HNY. The system has been launched by them on Kickstarter, so I'll post a link to the campaign down below for anyone interested. Until then, if you enjoyed this quick review, maybe I'll see you in another one.